Shabbat Shalom. We are continuing our exploration of the hymn Yigdal, which often comes at the end of Friday night services. Once I was on an airplane sitting next to a Jew who was more traditional than I am. And we were having a pleasant conversation, but he kept asking me, "What do you do for a living?" And eventually I had to tell him, "I am studying to be a rabbi." At which point he said, "You are an abomination to Judaism." I decided to ask him why he thought so. He responded by saying that the Torah is immutable and that women are not permitted to lead. I looked at him and said, "Well, if that's true, can you tell me, please, why we are not sacrificing animals in the temple in Jerusalem instead of following the rabbinic tradition?" It was a really long flight. In Yigdal, one of the principles of faith brought up is the idea that Torah is immutable. It doesn't change. And yet we know from our living tradition and studying Jewish history that the way in which we interpret the Torah does change. And this has profound effects on our communities, as we must each decide, will we include the LGBTQ community? Who is a Jew? How do we interact and acknowledge our interfaith families, particularly the children in those families? My question to you as you're singing Yigdal this week: in what ways do the fixed boundaries of Torah uphold your faith, and in what ways do they inhibit or challenge your faith? And what do you mean when you sing the words, "The Torah is unchanging"? Shabbat Shalom.